Our second one today of leveling the playing field. I'm going to show a play called the shotgun split close halfback wheel. It's one of the more deadly plays in this year's game. It it's another one where every route is usable, and I'm going to show how effective the play is, and then show how to somewhat defend it here. It's a very hard play to defend. It's another play in the Patriots playbook, and again, I'm sure it's in a lot of playbooks. Split close, and I'm down here. This play here, the halfback wheel. We're going to come out in a nickel. We'll do nickel, this one here, the man double buzz, because it somewhat stops it. So if you look at the play here, you see Hopkins on that inside post that we talked about in another play in the single back. That's really hard to defend. Then you have the corner route by Anderson. You have the in route by Fuller, and then the deadly route of Miller at Y on the halfback wheel. And then you also have Blue coming out on the right side out into the flat. So pretty much every route here is usable, and I'll show you. This is what the defense looks like. So you leave your safeties coming down toward the middle in the hook zones, the hook curl, to stop the Hopkins inside post. So I'll show you how what ends up looking like. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to hit Miller probably for a touchdown here when he gets off when he starts his streak downfield. So I have Miller, but I also could have Anderson on the corner route there if I ball off sooner. So one big key is pressure on the quarterback here. If you get no pressure, then it's just deadly. And I'll show you here. So I have time, tap Y, and there goes Miller for a big play. He didn't catch that one, but if you time it right and you have a fast enough back on a slow enough linebacker there, it's going to be a touchdown. See, that's the pressure I was talking about. He overthrew him, but you can see that he is getting some separation there. And again, I'm not sure how fast the linebacker is, but uh, it's a great play. Caught that one. Let's look at the corner route here to Anderson, because it is man coverage. And that worked a little bit easier for us. So because the safeties are playing in the hook curl zone, there's nobody on the outside and deep to cover Anderson there. I can go that route, or if I have time, I can wait, and then get the ball off and let him get past the linebacker. Doesn't have good hands apparently, but there's guys that like to put really fast guys at running back. They'll move a wide receiver there, with like 90, 93, 94 speed, and he'll just torch that linebacker. Even more effective, I'd imagine, if we let me try this. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, well, back to the play. Halfback wheel, formation. But I want to show, because that was just against this coverage, which would work decently against it. But being that it's man, you'll just hit that corner route every time for a huge play. So what if we try shading? We can try that. Try shading outside, because we know possibly that they could be throwing the corner route here. Nothing. Still a touchdown. Or, almost. So the shading did nothing. So let's see what it does to cover to cover 2 zone. You see, it feels like you'd have the middle of the field covered, but Hopkins is going to get wide open right here. Big play. So extremely dangerous against cover 2. That time the guy covered, I didn't change the coverage. I didn't change the zone. I was looking. Okay, let's do it again. Tampa 2. And watch Hopkins just big play. Okay, so let's try cover 3 because we know cover 2 isn't working. Now what'll happen here if you read cover 3, which you don't, it's kind of hard to see it here, but if you think it's cover 3, you'll get Miller is going to get some separation right at the beginning. If I'm looking here as my first read, and be ready for a big play. There we go. So cover 3 isn't going to be the play to stop it because while it doesn't give up the touchdown, it gives up a lot of yardage. Nearly 20 yards right there. So can't be cover 3. Now let's try the trick we saw yesterday where in cover 2 zone, you put that middle linebacker in a middle third. Now that is going to shut down the inside post to Hopkins. Let me get off of him. So I don't have Hopkins here, but I have B right in the middle of the field. So there really aren't many great ways to stop this play outside of usering. You need to user that middle linebacker and try to stop both the inside post and the guy running the in there. See, if you're not using him, it's going to be a big play. Either way, I think it ends up being a big play here. It's an incredibly hard play to stop if you're reading the defense correctly. You just have to be able to read it right. If you don't read it, the defense right, you still, you could end up throwing a pick, but I guess it would depend on where you first read it at. If your first read is going to be the running back, in well, let's try just regular cover 2 man. So now you have, this should stop that corner route. But look at X. Wide open. Cover 2 man. This will stop the corner route that he's defending out there. I can't do much there. But I have Hopkins over the middle. But if you read it as, if you see the safety stay in the middle here, you just go straight to the tight end. Okay, it won't work every single time for you maybe, but it's still a great play as you guys can see. This is man, I can possibly get it to blue real quick out of the backfield. So that's the shotgun split close halfback wheel. That's it. It's a deadly play. There's really no, as far as I know, there's no complete shutdown for it aside from getting pressure. Because if you're going to play the cover 2, if you're going to go cover 2 zone and have your middle linebacker in the middle of the field, as we have here, well, that's not what, there's a play. It takes time for that in route to develop. So if you don't read it and you're kind of guessing at what the defense is doing here, you're looking to Miller. Okay, I don't have Miller there. What did I do wrong? Oh, I was on the middle linebacker. I think this is the best way to stop it, is to actually use that middle linebacker here. I can't do it because it's just me with one controller. But if you take him and sit here and get here in this area, and make the quarterback make a decision. If he's going to throw it deep, you'll just keep going back. If he throws it in, you'll come up on the ball, drive on it, and probably get a user pick. Or if he hesitates too long, he's going to get sacked. It's a four-man rush, but if you throw a blitz in there or get lucky and have a lineman block shed, that long developing route on the end is going to take too long if he's trying to get a big play. Let's put him sitting like right here and see if he stays there and see what happens. So I don't really have either one, see? Now, Hopkins ran it deep, which would have been difficult to defend. But at least you give yourself a chance there. And again, if you get pressure, it takes a while for that end to open up. So that's the play I wanted to show. It's a great play for guys who need a big chunky yardage. And if you read the defense right, it's a touchdown pretty often. So that's it from that play. This might not be one of the better videos we showed, but it's usable. It's the same thing with the route there. It takes a while for it to develop. So if you want to user one of your guys here and try to get a little more pressure, you don't have time to get that ball off. You're forced to throw it early. If I throw it here, it's not going to be a completion. Very, very possibly a pick. So it takes a few seconds for it to develop. Waiting. Let him get some separation, and look what happens. They get sacked. So you can see how well that works if I'm trying to get it to the halfback. So hopefully there's another one that's going to help and maybe improve some offense for a few guys who are struggling with throwing the ball. Throw less picks here for sure. Most of these are going to be easy, low risk plays that low risk, high reward on most of these routes. Such a good play. All right, guys. I'll get another one up later.